So in this video, I'm going to explain what the square root of something is, and I'm going to do that by going over some examples and explaining the fundamentals of a square root. Now, obviously here in red, we have the square root of a times the square root of a is equal to a. Now, this might not make a lot of sense to you now, but this is the fundamental principle of what a square root is. And let's go through some examples, and hopefully along the way, it will make a bit more sense. And if you have any comments or questions, just drop them down below. So question number one, what is the square root of 4? I'm going to do this one. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So the answer is going to be 2. And that's because when you want the square root of something, it's what two things that are identical multiplied together to make that number. So in this case, 2 times itself is going to be equal to 4. So it's the square root of 4. Same applies to, for example, x. So the square root of x squared is going to be x. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, question number 2, if you want to give it a go yourself, feel free to, but I'm going to jump for it anyway. So question number 2, the square root of 9 is going to be equal to 3 times 3, because 3 times itself is going to be equal to 9, so the answer is 3. So fundamental point is, how do we get to 9? Well, what times itself is going to be equal to 9? It's going to be 3, so 3 is the square root of 9. Hopefully you can see how it applies to that first principle at the top, but we're going to do one more, and again, leave any questions below. Question number 3, what is the square root of 25? Please feel free to give this a go yourself, so you can pause the video now. So for me, the answer to this question is going to be 5 times 5 equaling 25, so square root of 25 is 5, and that's simply because 5 times 5, so 5 times itself, is going to be equal to 25, so that means 5 is the square root of 25. So hopefully that made sense. Best luck with your maths, and thank you for watching the video.